What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today, the Gauntlet Series for the Audio-Technica ATH-TWX9 earbuds continues. Their next opponent will be the Bang Olufsen Beoplay EX earbuds. This should be very interesting head-to-head. I can't wait to get in. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, we're back in head-to-head. The Audio-Technica ATH-TWX9s. We're going to refer to these as the X9s moving forward against the Bang Olufsen Beoplay EX earbuds, and we're going to refer to these as the EX moving forward. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. Let's talk price and specs. First of all, we're going to start with the EX. They come in. They started at 400, 399.99 for 399. You may be able to catch them on sale for the holiday. You can get these from Bang Olufsen's website or Amazon. Of course, they come with Bluetooth 5.2. As far as codec support, they support AAC, SBC, and aptX adaptive. They do have active adaptive noise canceling system on them. As far as battery life, you can get up with the earbuds, you can get up to 6 hours with noise canceling turned on, up to 8 hours with noise canceling turned off. And with the case included, you can get up to 20 hours with playback if you include the case, like I said. All right. As far as quick charge, the case does support it. You get 20 minutes, would get you, they say, one, uh, 1 hour, 45 minutes, 1.75 hours of playback time. I don't know how they came up with that number, but that's what it is. And the case supports wireless charging. As far as water resistance, the earbuds themselves are rated IPX57 dust and waterproof, meaning that you can submerge these in water per Bang& Olufsen, and they will be perfectly fine. For the price I pay for them, that won't happen. But you can have these at the gym or get caught outside in the rain or whatever with them, and you don't have to worry about it. As far as special features, they do support Google Fast Pair as well as multi-point pairing and connecting. Okay. Now moving on over to the X9s, they come in at $299. You can get these on their manufacturer website, Audio-Technica, as well as Amazon. They come with Bluetooth 5.2. As far as codec support, they support AAC, SBC, aptX, and aptX adaptive, as well as Snapdragon sound. So they're pretty much with that extra one, they're a little future forward. They do have active noise canceling. Uh, on there is just there's an adaptive noise. Actually, seems like it's just a standard noise canceling. It may be adaptive. Um, as far as battery life with the earbuds, you can get up to 6 hours on a single charge with the earbuds, and with the case, it gives you an additional 18 and a half hours of playback time. The case does support wireless charging for the case. As far as quick charge for the earbuds, nothing at this point has been listed as far as if it supports it or not. So we're gonna go with no on this one. So if they're dead, it probably take you a couple hours before the earbuds reach 100%. So until they come up with more information on quick charge, we're gonna go with no on this one. As far as water resistance, the earbuds are rated at IPX4, and as far as special features, they do support multi-point connecting. They also have an antibacterial sterilization system within the case. So when you use them, you put them back in, close the case up. It You get the LEDs here to indicate that the sterilization is in process, and then once it's done, it obviously it turns off. But you do have that similar to the LG Tone Free lineup, where they have that special antibacterial cleaning of those earbuds. All right. Now, both of these earbuds feature packed. I can't wait to get into what's next. So let's continue. All right, let's go ahead and pull one of these guys out of each. We'll take a look at both of them. Obviously, both are stem style earbuds. It's just the EXs are a little longer than the X9s. They both have that glass touch screen, touch surface there for touch controls. Very both of them are looking very stylish, very elegant. I do like the both of them. As I mentioned, the detail. If we look over real quick to the EXs, I love the way they have the silver or the dark chrome trim around the touch panel there. The obviously the B&O logo within the touch panel, and just a nice, light, very classy looking earbud. Not too much flash, not with the gloss. They stayed away with that. They went with the matte. They stayed with the matte black on this one. A very nice looking earbud. Now, if we go ahead and switch back over, we'll switch over to the X9s, a little smaller earbud. Again, this one has the matte black with the, I call it a dark bronze uh off color, contrasting color with it. It was reminiscent of the case itself with the matte black and the dark bronze detailing. So again, another very classy looking earbud. Has the Audio-Technica logo inside the touchpad as well. Very nice. Again, another very light earbud. All right, what I'm gonna do is let me go ahead and put these back in. We'll go ahead and pull up some pictures so you can see how they look in the ear. Let me grab my phone here. All right, first up, we got the Beoplay EX, as you can see there. Let me grab my stylus slash pointer here. As you can see, let me blow this up a little bit for you guys. Yeah, that's good. All right, as you can see, you don't take up a lot of the ear well, but you do get a nice twist and lock function there, and it gives you that good seal. I'm using the ear tip, the Comply Phone ear tip that came with it in the package, so it's not a third party or aftermarket ear tip, so it fits real. It's real nice and comfortable. I get a good seal in there. As you can see, it's a little longer boom arm, or excuse me, stem here for your boom mic for phone calls and everything. Again, very elegant looking, very light in the ear. I have uh, no issues with ear fatigue or pressure from the ear canal when having these in. I do enjoy listening to them, even especially after their latest two updates. One that gave them more functionality. The first one gave them better bass. The second one gave them more functionality, and really happy to have those. So let's go ahead now and take a look at the Audio-Technicas, the X9s. As you can see, the stem is a little shorter than the EXs, but you still get the similar fit and feel when it comes to putting them in your ear. Again, another one that doesn't take up a lot of the ear well, but does give you a good seal once you have them properly inserted. And of course, with the right ear tip, um, you do get a good feel of these guys. So both of them are very comfortable earbuds. I enjoy wearing them both long term. No problem with them. Very light, very comfortable. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get these paired up next. We're gonna start off with the EX. We're gonna dive into their app and see what they have. Stay strapped in. All right, we're back in. We got the EXs already paired up. And a quick sidebar: if you see the EXs, the X9's case, you see the lights going. This is the sterilization, the antibacterial sterilization process in full effect. Just wanted to make sure I pointed that out while it was in action. So, all right, let's back to where we were. Let's go ahead and get these guys into their app. All right, we're in. As you can see, you get the name of the earbuds at the top. You get the picture of the earbuds in case here in the center, and then of course you get the battery levels for both left-right earbud as well as the case. Moving on down, you've got your surroundings. You can turn on noise canceling, transparency, or neutral. With noise canceling and transparency, you do have this slider where you can dial it up or dial it back, depending on how you want it. Okay, same thing with the transparency. You can dial it up, dial it back, and of course, it doesn't come with neutral because it's obviously it shouldn't. All right. As far as with noise canceling, you can turn on adaptive noise canceling. You can turn that on and off, as well as reduce wind noise. All right, that's obviously self-explanatory there. All right, and moving on down, you have your sound modes. Obviously, these are your equalizer settings. On the screen, on the main screen, you can only show 5 presets. Uh, I got, and then of course, if we go up here, you can that little dashes there. You can see you can go ahead and make changes as to which ones you want to appear on the main screen. You only have up to 5. You can change 4 because optimal always stays there. You cannot remove that one from the main screen, but you can choose the other 4. Obviously, they have 2 other presets there, and as far as podcasts and sports. But then I got 2 of my own there, Accord and on top of Clear and Commute that we can switch around. All right. Now, also on the main page here, you have the equalizer dial. Well, here you can go ahead and create your own setting depending on how you like it. I like the fact that they're colored. They have different colors depending on where you want to be. I like that. Or you can just leave it in the middle. We're gonna leave it in the middle because we're not going to we're just going to test the drivers as they are when we do the sound test. So no EQ settings set up. All right. I'll show you have it set to test because it's already preset there. All right. Moving on down, you've got your call settings. You tap on that. You can select your own voice. And then, of course, you got the slider where you can dial that up and back. You've got noise canceling. And then, of course, you got neutral, where you can select to see how you sound on the phone call or that way. I like keeping it on my own voice so that way I can hear myself talking on the phone. That way I'm not yelling or make it sound like I'm yelling at the person on the other end of the phone. Um, but of course, when you do that, you do let ambient sound in. But I prefer that. All right. Now moving on down. You do have your automatic standby. This is if you have the earbuds out the case, like I do right now, and it's like for right now, it says for 15 minutes, they will turn off. This helps save battery. I have that turned on just in case I might need it. All right, and also down here at the very bottom here, you see there's a play and skip version here. If you slide that up, it'll give you your full play navigations here. You got play pause in the center, skip reverse tracks on the either side, and then of course then the circle is your volume. So you can scale this back, and as you can see, it stays back here. It also this volume affects the overall volume on the phone. So you can always turn that up and turn it down and everything like that. And then when you're done, hit the arrow key. Boom, it returns back to right below the screen there. All right, continue. As you can see down here, we're on the home screen. If we tap on the next one, you got your multi-room function here. This is if you have other like a home stereo or other Bluetooth speakers around the home that you want to be able to control. You can do that from this screen here in the app. And of course, you got your music, your live streaming app screen here. This is where you can get into Deezer, and you can sign into that and that streaming service and utilize it through your app. And also, actually, let me go back here. You go up here in the upper right corner. If you tap on that, you can also select different streaming services if you want to use those. Okay. Now moving on, the next screen. This is where they have their own built-in radio app radio service within the app. You can go ahead and use B&O radio, where you can go ahead and type in the radio station and it will bring it up here. If you have a local station you want to hear, you can type that in, they'll bring it up. Or you can use TuneIn and do the exact same thing. All right. And of course, up here in the gear in the upper right corner, you can go ahead and switch into something they don't have. We already have TuneIn out there, but you can go into personalization and make some changes there. All right. And that is a quick walkthrough of the app for the of the Bang Olufsen app for the Beoplay EX. We'll go ahead and get this swapped out, and we're going to take a look at the Audio-Technica Connect app for the X9. So stay strapped in. All right, we're back in. We got the X9s already paired up. So let's go ahead and jump into their app. All right, the Audio-Technica Connect app. Let's go. All right, got the sync going. All right, we'll deal with that later. All right, so as you can see here, you get a picture of the name of the earbuds at the top, the picture of the earbuds here. Then, of course, you've got your battery levels for the left and right earbud. No battery level for the case in the app. That's a bummer, but okay. You got your codec version here. You got your equalizer and noise canceling. You can always go ahead and switch into them. We're going to dive into those a little deeper in a minute. Of course, then down here at the bottom, you have your volume slider. If you tap that up, you can pull that up, and then you can actually slide up and down here. All right, and then of course, down below that, you have your audio controls where you can move that up. You got your play, pause, skip, reverse, and then of course the volume slider as well. And up here in the upper right, it'll tell you exactly which device you are using, because they do have multi-point pairing, so they're connected to two devices right now, and you can usually just switch over from one to the other if you like to from there. That's very cool. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the settings here. If you hit up here with the arrow here on the right, it will take you right into the settings options for the earbuds. And under audio, of course, you got your volume adjustment level, which we already showed you. The audio codec, you can go ahead and click on this. You can go ahead and select which type of codec that you want to use, depending on which ones your phone supports. Or you can just go ahead with auto. I have mine set to auto right now, so it will switch for me, so I don't have to go through and figure out which one I want to use. All right. Moving on down, you got your ambient controls. This is your noise canceling. Let's go ahead and tap on that. I have it set for optimize. You can go ahead and choose which type of noise canceling setup you want. You can go ahead and choose it there. I have mine set to optimize, but then of course you can select hear through. And then once you do hear through, again, similar to the EXs, well, I guess a little bit more in depth, you can dial it back from high all the way to mild. And there's, you got medium in the middle, and then you got mild. And of course, you got settings in between there that you can go through. And of course, you got off. You just don't want to be bothered with it at all. You can always turn it off. So I'll turn mine on. I like to keep my ANC on. All right, so moving on, you got your hear through. As I said, you can set it to new. Now this tells you what, as far as your transparency mode, they call it hear through. You can set your strengths. I have mine set to neutral, or you can have it strong where it picks up a lot more sound. And then of course, if when you are in hear through in that emergency or even that quick hear through mode, which is what this is. If you in that, you can either have your music be low, the volume lower, or you can have them mute your audio altogether. I have mine say where it lowers the volume. That way I can still hear what I'm listening to, but I can hold that conversation real quick with you. And then I can bang and bounce back out of that. All right. And then it'll resume back to the regular volume. All right. So then moving on, you got your equalizer. You tap on here. Right now, I have it set to original, but you can make adjustments. Okay, and when you do make adjustments, then you can also, once you start, all this comes available to you. You can do like the presets. different ones. And if you have your own personal one, you want to go up here, hit that. Now you can go ahead and select the ones that are already there, and then of course if you get the presets that you do have, you can select those. We're gonna go with original because, like I said, we're gonna test the drivers in the earbuds, see how they sound naturally. All right, and then of course again, volume rocker at the bottom. All right, oops, let me go back. All right, moving on. You got your low latency mode. Now, if you are a gamer, you want to use these for gaming, you can turn that off and on. Then you got your left and right balance adjustment. This is something, like I said, you don't see in other apps for earbuds, where you can adjust the balance between the left and right earbud depending on which ear needs more sound or a higher volume than the other ones. Because say for instance, like hearing problems and things like that, you can go ahead and move this side to side depending on which ear needs more volume. I like that. You don't see that often in apps. All right, moving on. You got your side tone. Basically, I have that turned on so that way you can hear yourself, hear your own voice when you're talking on the phone. So that, again, that way you don't sound like you're yelling at people on the other end of the phone because both your ears are blocked because you have the earbuds in. All right. And of course, you got the 360 reality audio. This is for like if you're similar to, it's exactly what you have with the momentum, not the momentums, but the XM4s and the Link Buds S, where you can go in and you have to subscribe to the streaming services that support the 360 reality audio. That way you can get that overall feel of the you get that I guess immersiveness in the music and everything like that. But again, it's a service and it only gives you music. It's not something that you can use like the arrows or the Liberty Fours, where it doesn't matter what you're listening to, you can have that spatial audio feel. All right. Okay, and let me make sure I did cover everything. Yep. Oh, actually, we switch over to system. Here you got your key assignment. There's a little touch key on the stem that you can go ahead and program. Okay, you can set priorities. You can switch it from left to right. You can do functions. You can go ahead and switch them. And this also gives you a diagram or a guide on how to utilize that stem when you're doing like your play pause and everything like that. All right. Then moving on, you got your touch sensor. You can turn that off and on. That's for the touchpad on the earbuds. You got your voice assistant. So if you want to use Alexa, you can use Alexa. If you have anything other than that, you want to select that, and then you can utilize that voice assistant with these earbuds. You got your quick sound. Basically, it'll just tell you if you want, confirm tones and voice guidance or confirmation tones. Anyway, like if you play a pause, quick, you go enter into quick hear through or noise canceling, that type of thing. I want it all. I'm greedy. And then of course you got your guide control, your control guide. If you tap on that, it will walk you through for the left earbud. You can how to utilize the touch sensor on each earbud. And then you can go to left or right, left and right, and you can go ahead and make those choices. Double tap, you can go into ambience controls. You can cycle through all your noise canceling features. Press and hold, you can turn off. You can change the optimization of the noise canceling if you want to. Then on the right, I have it set to if I press and hold for 2 seconds, it gives me my speak recognition and everything. All right, so then moving on down, you got your connected device management. Tap on that. It'll give you show you the list of the devices that you have it connected to. And then of course you can add once you pair them to different devices, they'll be added to this list, and then you can switch in between which two you want to be connected to if you want. Then of course you got your help and your product information guide there. This is where you can go in and check your firmware version and make sure you're up to date. All right. And that is a quick walkthrough. Not even say it. It's not. This has been a walkthrough of the Audio-Technica Connect app for the ATH-TWX9 earbuds. What we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and do a mic test and then follow that with a sound test. So stay strapped in.
This is a mic test with the Bang Olufsen Beoplay EXs in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Bang Olufsen Beoplay EXs in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Bang Olufsen Beoplay EX in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Bang Olufsen Beoplay EX in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Audio-Technica ATH-TWX9 in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Audio-Technica ATH-TWX9 earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Audio-Technica ATH-TWX9 earbuds in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Audio-Technica ATH-TWX9 earbuds in a crowded location.
All right, we're back in. We've got the Beoplay EX earbuds already paired up and in the ears. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and jump into some music here. Let's go into title. We're going to go into title. I've been messing around with this one. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what we got in here. Let me see. All right, first up, we're going to do some private eyes. We're going to see how they sound with the instruments. Let's get it. All right, let's make sure we at our volume level. All right. All right, very clear on the excuse me, with the mids and treble. Sounding really good. Just a nice clean sound, very, very clean, very clear. Okay. Now the first update for these guys has definitely done them justice. I have to admit. They sound much better overall sound wise than they did originally. Um, I'm really liking that. So what we're gonna do is let me back up. We're gonna go ahead and 10, and we're gonna go ahead and try something with some thump. Remember, the EQs were set at 0, so there is no EQ help here. You know what? Let's go ahead and do a search. We're gonna do Eminem. I'm looking at. I'm in my playlist. That's why it's not there. All right. Now let's do it. Yeah, let's go see what my man got. All right, let's go ahead and see. Let me see. Let me back up here. Need my fat fingers. All right, here we go. Okay, the bass on it definitely hitting. Let me add this to my playlist. All right, sounding really good now. I like the update. Now, man, you remember no EQ help. Sounding really good. The bass is hitting. I like it now. They sound much better. All right. You still get the crystal, you still get the great sound, but now you got that kick. It sounds really, really good. I'm liking that. I'm definitely gonna have to reevaluate my top 10 now. Uh Mainly because of new ones coming in, but man, these guys sound really good. That I guess maybe that other the newest update might have done something extra to the sound, even though it wasn't listed. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go back into my playlist here. I didn't want to do that. I just went in. All right. And let's go ahead with Kenny G going home. Let's see how we sound. Again, a nice warm sound. I really like it. Just sounds really good. Okay. And you're getting a nice clean sound with the crisp sound with the lead saxophone. It sounds really good. Again, mind you, this is without EQ help. It sounds really, really good. I just love it. Let me give you a little bit more. Okay. It's nice sound stage, just just nice and wide open. I really like how these sound. And now that the bass is coming up with the updates, these guys are even getting even better. Um, but definitely a great, really good sound out of these earbuds. Now they're living up to their potential, in my opinion. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and get these swapped out. We're going to have the X9s up, and we're going to run them through the sound test. So stay strapped in. All right, we're back in. We got the X9s already paired up, so let's go ahead and jump in some music. All right, we're back in there. We're gonna go back into the app. Well, into my stash here. All right, first up. Oh, we already got Hall of Notes in. All right, let's back it up. Let's go. All right. All right, got good clear sound. Let's turn it up a little bit. All right, there we go. Sounding good. Nice sound, nice background instruments. You can tell, you can pick and choose each one. Nice crystal clear vocals. I'm really liking it. All right. Sounding really good. All right. Sound really good there. Uh I have to admit that little bass kick from the kick drum on the drum set is a little recessed in that song, but other than that, a really good sound. Let's go ahead and jump into Godzilla. Let's go. Okay, bass is there. Again, not punchy naturally. They just don't punch like I like them to, personally. But they do sound good, and the vocals are crystal clear. I I, I like the way they sound, but they just don't punch naturally. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next song. Again, had good clean vocals. The sound, the overall sound was okay, but the bass just didn't punch in that song like I wanted to. That's the reason why I picked that song, because it's got a heavy bass punch, and although the bass is there, you can hear it. You just don't feel it as much as I did with the EXs. So let's go ahead and go in with Kenny G. We can finish it off here. All right. Again, a nice warm sound, but you get some kind of, you're not getting the bass as good, as it's not hitting as hard, but man, does that saxophone sound crisp. Oh man, that just sounds so crisp naturally. But it's a great sound. It's a really great sound earbud, and oh, this is going to be tough, man. And it sounds good when they open up and they have all the instruments, and it just just such a good sound, man. So relaxing. I just wish the bass hit harder. All right. So again, very clean uh audio as far as sound goes, but the bass was not punching. And but in that Kitty G song, it just sounds so good. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save all that. I'm gonna get this cleaned up. I'm gonna come back with my final thoughts. So stay strapped in. All right, we're back in with my final thoughts on the Gauntlet Series. I guess what is round three. That puts the Audio-Technica ATH-TWX9s up against the Bang Olufsen Beoplay EX earbuds. And I have to say, both of them did well. I just it's just in my opinion, it was the natural bass. Again, no EQ settings whatsoever. I just want to see how the drivers react naturally to the songs and see if they bring the bass when they need to and bring the mids and the treble and everything else when they need to. And I had to admit, uh, going up between these two, I will have to give the base nod to the EXs. The updates did come through, and they did do a good service and did improve these earbuds. I'm very happy about it. The base is there for the X9s, but it's just not as punchy as I wanted it to be, as I wanted to be naturally. Of course, with the EQ settings, I could go in and make that adjustment, and they probably come out sounding. They will come out sounding a hell of a lot better than they do without. So now, going back, they say other than that, the sound or they're pretty much on par with overall sound. Both of them have very crystal clear vocals uh, and instruments. They were nice and sharp on both earbuds. Um, it just you can't go wrong on that one. But it's just the bass. It's just the natural bass wasn't there for the X9. So between these two, I might have to go with the EX earbuds. They have more bass. I guess more rumble, more punch to their bass than the X9s. Although the X9s are right there with them as far as sound goes, vocals and instruments and everything. They are right there. It's just naturally the bass, although there it's not as powerful as it is on the EXs. So with that, that wraps up round three of the Gauntlet Series for the ATH-TWX9s. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to join me on this journey, as we go through all the different earbuds that are coming out, we do some comparisons, unboxings, update reports, you name it. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell. That way you're notified when these videos drop. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ron on Tech. I usually leave information out there when I'm going to drop videos for these earbuds. And I guess that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bass for the EXs wins the day. Talk to you later. Peace.